Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. Just getting a quick look here again at Bitcoin before the candlestick ends up closing here in a couple of hours. I just like to get some updates here for you, especially those who are on the East Coast who didn't catch my analysis earlier today. So let's quickly look at liquidation, kind of see what's going on. If you could, hit the like button, comment below. Deeply appreciate that. This is liquidation for the last 7 days for Bitcoin. We can see there's a lot piled up between 65 and 67,000. So it seems logical the price action for Bitcoin will continue lower into that range. If it does, it would be maybe consider a good consideration to think about a long between 65, 66, or even 67,000, just as a rough estimate. We want to analyze again, double check that, but with all this liquidation here, it would seem sensible the price pulls back to that range. Again, just something to kind of think about. Either way, we do have liquidation to the upside, of course. There's a lot of liquidation at the 74,000 mark. So if you do kind of zoom out and look at the last month's worth of trading, we can see there's still a significant amount of liquidation to the upside. But the truth is there's a decent amount closer to the downside, and we're right there on that edge here. So there's kind of that edge here that we're seeing. We can see we've got a lot of different things going on. We got a nice little support range between 65 and 67,000. That's what this green box is here. And we've also got, more recent highs here where this turned out to be a new low. So hypothetically, we get a bounce here at about 67,100. That's strictly hypothetical for the moment. So when we talked about Bitcoin earlier today, just to quickly summarize, the daily time frame still looks pretty strong, all things considered. We're above all moving averages. We're still honoring this ascending trend line. I don't think the sky is going to fall. I do think there is some fundamental things coming out tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. I forget what it was. Somebody mentioned that in our Discord, but the simple way to understand it is that with the price action pulling back the way it is, it would make sense to get a liquidity sweep at that lower level at the very least, since we're this close to it. We also are above 50 in the RSI, stochastic swinging back down, and MACD is trying to diverge. So we got some bearish stuff on the horizon, but it hasn't truly broken bearish yet. So we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. But generally speaking, if we do break bearish, just keep that in mind. Say we lose this ascending trend line, there's a solid chance we're going to have a lot of support here anyways with the 100 and the 50-day SMA. Those are two very important moving averages on the daily. So I would recommend just being patient, not getting too heavy with the shorts just yet, even though there is a decent chance we could see the bottom drop out, at the very least to see a little bit of a liquidity sweep like we saw before. Okay, so just some heads up there. If you didn't see it already, I have a Twitter, TikTok, Telegram, Discord. I provided a short earlier today kind of mentioning this. And the simple way to understand it, and I can actually show you here, is in my Discord I have just kind of a chart here letting us know kind of how things work in comparison with Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is stable, and the price of Bitcoin is generally coming down. So expect some down movement from altcoins here if that were to happen. We do lose 67,000, we'll see that knee-jerk reaction from those altcoins. Just some friendly advice, maybe consider some limit orders at some key fib levels just in case the price wicks down. Okay, last thing here on the 4-hour time frame. We're under 50 on the RSI. We can see stochastics trying to swing up here, of course, which can generally be favorable, but it's not necessarily a monumental thing at this point. We just need money to come back into this coin. We got a lot of money flowing out, and until we can see some higher volume candles, we don't really have a leg to stand on. If you look at this candle here, it's pretty low volume. I don't know if you can see that down there, but the fact that you can't see it, it kind of reiterates the point there. It's low volume, and every little time the price action tries to come up, we can see it pulling right back again. So again, low volume breeds these kind of results here. If we do take a look at the hourly, we can confirm, even though we do have some fair value gaps above the price action, there's a solid chance we could see a relief rally to that 68, 69,000 mark. We still got this big old cloud here kind of hanging over our heads. So until we get above that, we have no reason to consider a long position with confidence. Now, if Bitcoin does dip down to 65, 66,000, I might throw in some limit orders just to be on the safe side, get a nice little fill with a breakout back to the upside to retest that lower support. Okay, so hypothetically, the price breaks down to 65,000. There's a decent chance it'll relief rally back up to 67,000 as an example. That's generally the kind of dip that I would buy. A quick in and out though. I wouldn't try to hold that for too long. Anyways, conversation for another day, because literally I don't want you to do that, but I'm just telling you that, case in point, overextensions, you can kind of get away with those as long as you watch them close. You don't just walk away. Okay, so hypothetically, we are due to correct to the downside here at this point. We're going to need to see what we need to see here, first of all, is we really got to make sure this ascending trend holds. Okay, that's step number one. Step two would be just to establish some range-bound activity here, and then to kind of break through the most recent high with a new low. That's really what we're looking for. We're a long ways from that, so again, if Bitcoin recovers instantly, it's just whales doing their thing. If it falls into a technical scenario here where it actually honors the way that the technical analysis should be working, then we will see the price action go range bound and then ascending with a higher high and higher low. That's what we're looking for. Right now, lower lows, lower highs, there's no real reason to consider long. And I do feel like it's kind of low to hit the short button too. That's just me personally. If we break below 67,000 and perform a bearish backtest, like so, then that would be a case in point where you want to consider a short. Okay. Again, I know it seems kind of crazy, but based on liquidation, there's a solid chance we're going to see the price continue lower. Anyways, I'm not bearish on Bitcoin. I'm just letting you know that there are some bearish qualities here and that there's a decent chance of this lower level liquidity, specifically on the last 7 days, could be swept here. Okay, so I'm going to post this playout chart here in my Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. If you're not familiar, I do post playout charts here pretty regularly. They look something like this, and feel free to jump on over there. I've also got a new TikTok, and I post YouTube shorts as well. So kind of got you covered on every front there. Hopefully that'll help you out. Thanks again so much for watching. Help me by hitting the like button, comment below if you get a chance. And if you want to become a better trader, CryptoCache.tech is a site. Link down below. We actually got some really awesome trades here, which secured some healthy profit. Good 56% on an RDNT trade taken a couple weeks ago. A recent near protocol trade taken 4 hours prior to that. So again, there's a lot of different scenarios here, but for right now, we're waiting for good opportunities to unfold because we can see a lot of price action pulling back. Anyways, thanks again so much. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.